Hello everyone, Jabman025 here. Today I will be taking a look at the high-grade 1/100 scale Gundam X with the G-Falcon. The X 1/100 kit came out in two versions, the standalone X and the version with the G-Falcon. That's the version I have. Oddly enough, these days they're about the same price, and it's a lot easier to find the G-Falcon version, so I decided I'd go ahead and do this review because this is one of my favorite Gundams in my collection. Now, start off with just the X. First thing you probably notice about this kit is the high level of panel lining. A lot of people complain about this kit and say that's one of the bad things about it. Personally, I think it gives it some character, and I actually kind of like the way it looks, but it's more a personal thing. This kit is a little sticker heavy. It's not that bad. It gets worse on the G-Falcon, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but for the most part, it's okay. Another bad problem with this kit is there is a clear green part on each shoulder for the cannons. It tends to fall out a lot. Posability on the legs pretty much sucks because of the giant skirt armor. Arms and shoulders are real good though, but the legs you're not going to get much out of. But remember, this is a kit that came out way back in 1996. All those years ago. Now the hands are standard 3-1 on the thumb. Beam sabers, you get one on each hip, which pop out, and it actually gets a really big beam saber on it, along with the blade itself is really big, and that differentiates this Gundam from other kits. You also get a shield. Nothing really to it, just slaps on the arm. It's kind of different from most shields, but I really don't use the shield that much. You also get a rifle, which I never bothered to paint until I decided to do this review. All comes out solid gray. Technically, mostly should be white, so you got to do some painting if you want that. There you go. I barely ever use the gun, but it's there if you want it. There you see the gun. Looks nice, but again, you're not going to use it much. You don't get as many accessories for the Gundam itself with this version of the kit. In the standalone, you get a few extra weapons, again, most of which you'll never use. The reason you won't use many of them is because the best weapon on this kit is on the backpack, the double satellite cannon. You get those gold-plated, or gold-chromed, pardon me, wings. The cannon flips over, extends out, and locks into the shoulder, as so. And you do that for both sides. There's also gold-chromed parts on the arms and the legs. So you can get that all chromed out. Looks very nice. I also put this thing on an action base. Just one of the attachments that come with works fine. And you can get a bunch more poses out of it, and it looks really great on top of a clear action base. All the gold chrome out there. Very nice looking kit. Again, I really don't use the weapons that come with this kit very often just because that looks so good right there. Now for the G-Falcon. Very big and blocky and kind of sticker heavy. Pretty much the way to describe this. And it's very front heavy just because of the way it's designed. Most of the weight is on the back though. Now the engines you see back there, those are painted. Those came solid red. They should be technically partially gray, so I painted that. The gold parts are stickers. The white parts on the top, that's also stickers. And for the cockpit, the black section there is a sticker, but I went ahead and painted it because I didn't like the way the sticker looked. And you see that compartment underneath is where you're going to store the X itself. Both the cannons move, and you get two, I guess you want to call them thrusters. Mainly those are used to stabilize the kit when you have it hooked up to the X. Now you can also move the core fighter from the front, and you're going to do that when you put it into transformation mode. You get these two pegs that come out from the G-Falcon that are going to hook into the back of the X. You remove a couple panels and it hooks right in there. Then hook the core fighter back on the front, and there you go. Both cannons forward, and you can see those thrusters at the back act as the balance. This stands up alright. Can be a little tricky to get it just in the right position, but once you got it there, it's fine. The only kicker with this thing is it's so huge. It is a monster of a kit when you got it all put together. And it takes up a lot of space. And for me, I'm running low on shelf space as is. And there you can see a little bit better. Again, it looks really nice, but I don't use it that often. The other mode it comes in is flight mode, where you hook the XX directly into the back of the kit. It flies around as so. This kind of works. The Gundam itself tends to fall out a lot of that section. There's plugins for the back, the legs, keep it there, but it doesn't really work that well. As long as it's sitting still, though, it's fine. But even in flight mode, this takes up a lot of shelf space. Final thoughts on this kit. This kit get a thumbs up from me because it's a fun build. It looks really great sitting on a shelf. And truthfully, it's not that expensive. Even with shipping, you should expect to pay no more than $40 for this kit. It's an old kit and has some flaws, and some people hate all the panel lining on this. Again, I kind of think it gives some character to it, but I enjoyed this kit. Thumbs up. And hopefully we'll see a Master Grade XX one day. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please stay tuned for more. Always got more reviews coming. And please leave a comment. I really do love reading them. See you next time. Oh, and one more thing. There is no, I repeat, no truth to the rumor that the G-Falcon will be piloted by Saji Crossroad. He's got his own plane to fly.